Hello twin flames, welcome to my channel, whether you're new or coming back. Today we're gonna do a daily twin flame check-in, but since this is a 7/7 portal, welcome to 7/7 portal, we are gonna add a little bit more intention to it towards what this portal means and what kind of opportunities it gives us. Generally speaking, 7 is the mystical number, but also if we take tarot, and the major arcana number 7 is the Chariot card. It's also about direction. It's about making a decision of where you're going. So with that in mind, let's see what is the direction that the universe is opening up to us. Where are we supposed to take the next step to get to the higher consciousness, to get to that mystical side of ours and the journey in general. All right, so I will start with a little oracle message. Today we have the Spirit Junkie Oracle from Gabby Bernstein. So this is going to be an affirmation. So what's the affirmation we can use during this portal to bring in the best intentions and the clear messages on the direction of the path we're taken? And yes, if you're thinking, well, we just had the new moon in Cancer, wasn't that about new cycle and intentions and manifestation? Yes, it was, and the energies are still pretty active. So combine it with the portal and it multiplies by 10 immediately. Anyways, Divine Feminines, your message is: my greatest experience of freedom comes when I let go of what others think of me. Yeah, so this is your main message, that the direction is really what speaks to your heart, not what makes sense logically or what other people are advising you, even if that's your mentors, your friends, your partners, any kind of figures of authority that you trust and respect. It doesn't mean that they know what's best for you, because especially as light workers, we definitely, I would say that's one of our main lessons, if anything, is to be always guided by this inner compass, by our soul, rather than what makes sense on the outside. There is a little bit of that because we do live in our 3D experience, so we need to take that into account, but it shouldn't be the key factor in decision making. And that's a big part of the lessons that we're learning here. And hopefully helping others understand as well, because as much as for us, it's pretty much we can do well, we can be happy if we are not following that axiom, but for others, it may not be as noticeable necessarily, but it's still gonna be the case, right? Like, it takes your life to a completely different level when you're able to overcome this pressure of what others will think or already think, and trying to get them to acknowledge, to accept, to like, and so on and so forth. For the masculines, we have: my genuine desire to serve clears the path for me to step into my purpose. Yeah, look at that. The direction is the clear desire to serve, where you feel you can be of service to others. And it clears the path to step into the purpose. Right, look at that. This is like the Star card. Like, yes, what do you have passion for? What do you find exciting? Where do you feel like, some things are easier for you, or you can quickly figure things out and you can be of help there? That's the clue, really. Okay, let's get into the tarot. I don't want this message to be too long, although recently readings have been longer. I don't know, it's just the way the messages come through. Maybe just because I'm back home and feel a little bit more relaxed and at ease. I don't know. So we'll use the Tarot of Mystical Moments today. It will be the same spread, but with the intention of the direction that we're taking. So what direction are twins taking at this time? And what else do we need to know when making decisions? So it's going to be the second question is going to be more like advice. So what's the advice from the universe? And then the third one is how do the twins see the next step for the connection on each of their sides? All right. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Pentacles. Yes, it is a new beginning. And a new beginning that is grounded, or should be grounded, should be something solid, something substantial, something that it's not, we've been talking a lot about mindset, about emotional healing, right? And this is very 3D format, right? Like you've done your homework, you've done a certain amount of healing. Now it's time to ground it into a practice, a habit, a new job, a new friendship, a new kind of service that you provide, something along those lines. Something new that you're ready for and where you should utilize that knowledge and that new energy frequency. Bottom of the deck here, Nine of Swords. This is the after terrace. This is where the guy is slaying the dragon, actually. It's like you don't really need to put in a lot of effort. That's what I'm getting here. To put in a lot of effort to go too far, to be overcoming the adversity. You know, sometimes it's as simple as something going on in your head or in another person's head, and it just takes some communication, some conversation, hence the swords here. Anyway, so what's the direction the feminines are taking at this time? Ace of Wands clarified by Eight of Swords. So another ace, new beginning. Yeah, definitely the inspiration, the craft, the art. That's what I'm getting here. So the feminine is recognizing, is learning about the art that it lives inside them, you know, of how they want to express themselves in a creative way, right? It's also about overcoming the self-sabotaging thoughts. So this is again the after terror, where the person who's being, you know, overthinking and living in their own nightmares kind of deal, they get freed up. And guess who frees you up, Divine Feminine? It's you, right? Nobody else can do that because it's a mind prison here, right? But the more you follow the art, the craft, the inspiration, the passion, the easier it's going to be for you to free yourself up from overthinking that something's not going right, that you're not worthy, that, I don't know, love is not coming in as planned, or whatever else is there. I wouldn't say is the only way to treat it, but this is, when you're choosing the direction of passion, it automatically, it has that side effect that helps you treat the anxiety and self-sabotage in general. And look at that. For the masculines, we have Eight of Swords clarified by Seven of Cups. So this is a synchronicity here. So there is definitely an overthinking. There is confusion. They have no idea where they're going, well, maybe they do, but they feel like they need a confirmation whether this is the right thing to do, whether this is the right way to go, right? And it's an interesting interpretation of Eight of Swords here, where the person is kind of in a cage, where the cage is open, but they're choosing this. Again, this is the mind prison, really, where we put ourselves in, right? So it's like things aren't that heavy, aren't that bad. I mean, seriously, and what can possibly go wrong? So you choose a way, or you choose one of the options, right? So what if it doesn't go right? What if you realize that maybe it's not for you? You make another choice, you take another turn, you know, it's part of the path. Not all the choices are going to be perfect, not all of them are going to be super positive, right? But we know that there are no wrong turns. That's the main message for the masculine who's still overthinking. I mean, both of the twins are, right? We just saw that in their own ways. What's the advice for the feminine? Four of Pentacles clarified by the World. Yeah, so take little steps. You don't have to conquer the world overnight. You don't need to just go from level 5 to level 100 overnight, right? It's like taking small steps, learning, recording, grounding, right? But the Four of Pentacles is a very grounded energy, right? It's like, yes, so I've learned something, I need to apply it so it sticks, so it stays with me. It becomes part of my belief system, right? Then I take on something else. Okay, and I add that to my arsenal of tools, of knowledge, of power, whatever else is there, right? It's like there are lots of locks on this fence, and it's like you're finding keys pretty much every day. And this is like, yeah, maybe like to kind of to reach, maybe your goal is to find all the keys, right, to every lock on this fence, and maybe there are 100 of them, and it's going to take some time, right? But the focus should be on the progress, not on the fact there's 100 and you only found 4 or something, right? It's not about that. For masculines, the advice: King of Pentacles clarified by the Lovers. Yeah, so masculines continue walking towards this King of Pentacles energy. That's what's gonna attract the love in a true love kind of way, you know, where your heart will be open, where you will know who you are, and then the partner will come along, things will click, you won't have to work hard for it, right? So your work is within yourself, to become a better version of yourself, to become the person that, you know, you are proud of, but not necessarily because of the external achievements, but more so because of your personal growth, right? I actually like this interesting metaphor here where the person is actually somewhere like a small figure on the antlers of this deer. You know, it's like, yeah, maybe it's not as obvious to people what that success looks like, but the King of Pentacles knows, right, of the work they've put in and the growth and the knowledge that they've encountered on the way to becoming King of Pentacles. So stick to that, Divine Masculine, right? Become that masterful person in your own right, where you find your purpose, where you continue your personal growth, where you understand how this universal laws operate. And when you learn more about yourself, it's going to be a lot easier to then share of yourself with your life partner, whoever that is for you. The third question was, what's the direction that the twins see right now for the connection specifically? What about the feminines? Three of Cups clarified by Seven of Swords. Yeah, it's very interesting that we have the hoops here, like the circles, and there is a kind of a circle here with a trap. So, you know, a circle can serve different purposes. You can encircle something in very different ways. So, bottom line, the feminine doesn't have too much trust in the connection yet. So for them, it's friendship, it's common hobbies, projects, you know, could be volunteer projects or something to go along with the bigger purpose, with the light work, right? But this is getting to know each other, right? This is understanding how each other thinks, functions, what the other person is passionate about, things like that, right? On a friendly level. Building that trust, building that intimacy. So it creates a bond, but it doesn't imprison either of the people. It doesn't dictate, you have to do it this way, you have to behave this way for us to be together, right? Like, it's not about that at all. It's the opposite. It's the supportive bond that should be built. What about the masculines? How are they seeing the direction? Justice clarified by Page of Swords. So masculines want to bring justice to the conversation and communication. And even though they still have lack of confidence in how that will play out and what they're supposed to say exactly, right? But they definitely realize that more balance is needed in communication, in the energy exchange, in the connection. So they are learning those things, right? Like what is healthy, what is giving, right? What is giving and receiving, right? Like how to get that, I don't know, I'm getting this image of the cogwheel mechanisms and, you know, the lubrication that they need sometimes to continue running successfully. So it's like what this, the gel factor, you know, when people gel well, they say, let's use that metaphor. What's the gel really? What is it about? They want to learn, become more masterful with communication and conversation. So it's more balanced than what it's been so far. And you can take it however it resonates for your situation, of course. All right, I think I'm gonna leave it here. Happy 7/7 portal. I hope you spend it in a mindful way, spiritual way, and find new ways of how the inner mystic is gonna develop and where your passion is driving you to. Think the Chariot card. I love you all, guys. If you like the reading, please don't forget to click the like button, subscribe to my channel, and share this video with others who may resonate with this kind of message. And until next time.